When I die, I'm trying to be in the same spot that Biggie was. Magical in your heart, it's at your dreams every day. But that night when you fade away, you wonder if you really did enough.
What's going on, everybody? Courtside Obi here today. Today we're going to be covering a topic that I thought I'd never be covering again. Virgil Abloh has responded to Raf Simons saying that he's not an inspiration in the fashion world. I'm just like, from the last one I covered, I'm really happy that you guys expressed your opinions in the comments. So just like last time, I want everybody to comment below how they're feeling. You like Virgil? Do you like Raf? Do you think Raf is wrong? Do you think Virgil is definitely an inspiration? Do you think he's doing things? I have to go with Virgil and Raf because I like both of them. So I'm very unbiased in this situation. But I do like Virgil and I do like Raf, and I think they can definitely coexist in this thing called fashion. So without further ado, I'm just going to let you guys know how Virgil responded, because I know a lot of you guys don't read up on these things. So I'm just trying to push it to you in this form of video. So let me tell you guys exactly what Virgil said word for word in his interview with W Magazine. Okay, so W Magazine, they quoted him. I guess it was a written interview. Abloh says that Simons has long been one of his heroes when I mentioned the GQstyle.com store. Coincidentally, they are both nominated for a 2017 CFDA award. For you guys who don't know what the CFDA is, it's really just like it's basically like the Grammys, but it's for guys like Virgil, guys like Raf, people in the fashion world. So it's the Council of Fashion Designers of America. We're not going to be talking about this too much because that's not the point of the video, but you guys can do a little bit of research on them if you would like. It's just basically like, it's a big thing, a real award to receive, and they're both nominated. So they're both doing big things for the culture. So this is exactly what Virgil said, word for word. His critique shows the line in the sand about youth culture between the generation that dismisses hierarchies in fashion and the one that embraces streetwear as a high fashion but doesn't recognize streetwear as pace setters, as pure designers. So basically what Virgil is trying to say is Raf is kind of his way of thinking is kind of antiquated, and he's kind of stuck in his ways, and he doesn't want to see that the world is changing, and that change that the world is becoming is the youth. You know, like he's saying like what Raf said is him not recognizing streetwear as fashion, him not recognizing Virgil's efforts as truly efforts. You know, this is something we see in like fashion a lot. We were seeing this for such a long time, like the bourgeoisie, which is basically like the higher ups and the rich people with like super expensive taste, who believe that like premium product is only for them. Recently they just started to understand that, hey, the youth is pushing for this thing called streetwear, and we have to in order to stay in business, we have to provide what the youth wants. And maybe this is fashion. Maybe we can still make it tasteful, you know. We're seeing big companies, big brands like Gucci, like making clothes that some would consider contemporary or streetwear, with all the embroideries and the snakes and the lions and tigers and the Gucci garden, the Gucci ghost. You know, these are companies who like maybe 6-7 years ago would never even have dreamed of doing anything like that, but streetwear has gotten so popularized and pushed into popular culture that like you don't have to do it to sustain business, but that's what the youth is looking for these days. You look at Fendi, you see contemporary with the monster sneakers, the monster backpack, just stuff like that, the monster wallet. It's just crazy how much of influence that guys like Virgil have had on the overall culture. Like, this whole thing is bigger than Off-White. Like, people like him stepping into the game and pushing like stuff like this onto the culture has had such a big influence that it's reaching high fashion machines. like Louis Vuitton. There's just everything. Like, you can find streetwear from anywhere. You can find $1,000. You can find streetwear from like places that go $1,000 and up to places like H&M. They've reached Zara, H&M, the mainstreams of fast fashion. So the thing is, Virgil Abloh is saying Raf is being antiquated. He's making streetwear, of course. His designs are contemporary, of course, but he doesn't want to. He's saying that he's not accepting like this sort of entrance that Virgil is trying to have. And Virgil is very much in this culture. You can't shut that man out. I said this in my previous video. Raf Simons is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's known as the GOAT, man. Like, he's been doing this for so long. He's not new to this. He's just one of those pioneers in this thing. But Virgil definitely has his place. You can't just look over that. You can't overlook the fact that Virgil Abloh is here, and I believe he's here to stay. He's doing great things. He's progressing as a brand. He's progressing as a designer. And like I said in my previous discussion, although he didn't get the position at Givenchy, although there were just rumors that Givenchy was talking to him about giving him a position as creative director, I think that it's very much within him to work at like a place like Givenchy, or let me even reach and say Givenchy. You know, Virgil Abloh is that guy. Like, Off-White has become this thing, and it's reached the point where like hype is propelling him. You know, you have these people putting out amazing designs, and they went to design school and all that. Virgil was an architect. He went to architect school, and like, it's just this kind of thought process, and it's empowering a whole bunch of people within the youth. I don't know this guy's name. I'm sorry. I haven't really been invested in 424 too much, but the creator of 424 says Virgil has been such an inspiration on him. And if you guys like 424, then you have to love Virgil Abloh, because he's one of the people who helped that man progress to create his brand. And I will do some more research on this, on 424, after putting out this video, because I haven't really been invested in it, but I will cop a piece or two, who knows. So just shout out to Virgil Abloh. You can't sleep on this guy. I really want to know what you guys think. And I also want to talk about the fact that ASAP Rocky says everyone bites Raf. Virgil definitely bites Raf. That's why I don't wear Off-White too much. I didn't have an opinion on what Rocky said, but I do notice that some of the pieces that Virgil puts out, hey, like, you can obviously make that connection to Raf Simons, but where people are drawing that connection from, I think, is that the fact that these guys are both making streetwear t-shirts and selling them as high fashion. But there is definitely a lot of Raf influence. Like, Virgil even just said in this interview, like, even in the last video I did about Virgil and Raf, I told you guys Virgil has been keeping up with Raf for such a long time. But in this interview right here, he says it again. He says Raf is one of his longtime heroes. You know, this is like Big Sean saying, hey, now I'm rapping next to Jay-Z and Kanye. Those are Big Sean's heroes. This is Virgil getting nominated for the 2017 CFDA award alongside his hero, Raf Simons. And I know that had to hurt, like, when your hero says you're not inspiring. This is a guy you looked up to, like say I like Kanye West a lot, and I try to do my own thing in fashion, but a lot of times I'm influenced by him. Like, even this Rafko t-shirt, I'm wearing it because he brought it to light, you know, and I wouldn't have known about it without him putting it on. But what I'm trying to say is, like, what if I met Kanye West and then Kanye says, hey, Obi, I think what you're doing is whack. How hurtful would that be to me? But this isn't hip hop. There's not going to be like back and there. I would hope there's not like back and forth between the two. I hope they don't keep going back and forth. You guys are both doing great things for fashion. I think that Raf just has to maybe I'm not gonna like force your hand or anything. I'm not gonna say you have to acknowledge Virgil Abloh as one of the people who's in this thing with you, because everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And if Raf feels that way, then he genuinely feels that way, and who am I to silence him? You know, America, freedom of speech. But I do think that they should not be going back and forth. Virgil has taken the high road throughout this whole thing. He didn't bash Raf or anything. All he's basically saying is that his way of thinking is antiquated, and like the youth, everything is for the youth, you know. 100 years from now, things are going to change. 50 years from now, things are going to change. 30, 20, 10. Things are going to change, and people just have to accept that, and Raf is kind of stuck in his ways. I gotta be honest here. I said I like Raf Simons. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm just trying to make things what they are, and I'm trying to just like, I'm trying to help people find that balance. So if you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, bottom right hand corner. Courtside Obi, I'm out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really want to know. Are you guys rocking with both of them? Raf, Virgil, just like last time, guys. Your opinions do help further this. This is a discussion. All right, peace.